Bhagavatam, we had completed till verse 27 from Canto 1, chapter 8. So we are continuing from verse 28 onwards. So let us go back to what Sri Krishna has said so far. In the last verse, he said that Sri Krishna can be easily approached by those who are materially exhausted. That means those who do not have anything to say that this is mine, this is mine. Like, say, for example, properties, your family, money, power, fame, fortune, whatever that you have. The moment you say this is mine, it means your ego has come in place. It simply translates into that you have possessions, you have desires. Now, a desireless person plus having no gains in this world, such kind of a person is materially exhausted person. And that is the reason why you will understand that in the last fourth stage of life, there are the four stages of life which you might have heard of. The first stage is the Bal Ashram, basically a childhood stage. Second one is called the Grahastha Ashram, which is where you get married, you settle down, you have a job, you buy property, stuff like that. You make money for yourself, blah, 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 all those things. Okay? It's possessive. The third one is called the Vanaprastha Ashram, where you start giving up things. This starts at the age of anywhere between 45 to 50. You are supposed to start giving up on things one by one. Most important one of all is what? Any kind of possession that you have. The biggest possession that you have is of your body. I am great, I am so and so, I am this and I am that. That you have to give up. Second possession is of your relatives, the body relatives. You start owning them. That you have to give up. They are not yours. Who told you that they are yours? You start creating, this is my son, this is my daughter, this is my wife, this is my husband, this is my family, this is my mother and father. These are called possessions. You have to start giving up possession. Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha means going to the jungles. Basically, it translates into giving up most of the things. And then the last phase starts, which is at the age of 60. Okay, 60, 65, this is the age where this last stage of your life starts. That is called Sannyasa Ashram. Sannyasa Ashram means you are not supposed to own anything. Even if you have a property in your name, please kindly give it away to children or whoever concerned. Don't keep it to yourself. Either donate it to charity, give it away to somebody. Otherwise, where are you going to carry it with you? Are you going to carry it in the heavens with you? That is the reason why the last ashram is extremely important, which is called Sannyasa Ashram. The moment you reach Sannyasa Ashram, by the time you are 60, 65 and all, you are supposed to give up everything, even your property, your relatives and everything. And you have to basically become kind of a renunciate. Sannyasa Ashram comes into the picture. Don't take possessions of your children, grandchildren, these, that, so many things, houses and all. You're not supposed to. That is the last ashram, okay, which is called Sannyasa Ashram. And that is where he says Sri Krishna only approaches those people who are materially exhausted. They don't have anything to even give Sri Krishna. They can give just one leaf of tulsi, that is all. He is not interested in your wealth. He is not interested in anything in this world. Then he says, but there are people in this world one who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, higher education, bodily beauty, cannot approach. These people, those who are interested in all this, like you see, you want to go to the gym and build up a body. There are those 60, 70-year-old who think that they can do very well in their life, like going to the gym, making a fantastic body for themselves. That is not what is expected out of you. Okay? If you want to be a devotee of Krishna, first and foremost, you have to give up all these things. If you think by the age of 70 and 60 and 70, you want to do a PhD, you want to become some great sheikh in this world, I want to do this and I want to do that, running after education, that also is not needed. That is what he says. If you are doing that, I am not going to be close to you. Okay, then the third one, great opulences. I want to be rich. I want to be super rich. I want to own yachts. I want to have big apartments. I want to have big properties and money in the bank. And I want to be doing these deals, that deals in the world. I have so many companies across the world. Krishna is not going to be with you. This is basically how it is. or parentage. Oh, you don't know where I come from. My father is this, my mother is this. I come from this parentage, I come from that parentage. All these things that are said. Do you know whom I am? Did you see that girl talking the way she was talking just a few days ago on a video? She was talking about how great she is. No, these are the things which you are supposed to give up. There should be no ego, arrogance, or any kind of a greed in you, or even any desire. Then only you will be able to attain Sri Krishna. This is what was meant. So now we will start the next verse onwards. That's verse 28. Okay, so we are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, chapter 8, verse 28. My Lord, I consider your Lordship to be eternal time, the supreme controller without beginning and end, and all pervasive one. In distributing your mercy, you are equal to everyone. The dissensions between living beings are due to social intercourse. Next verse, verse 29. O Lord, no one can understand your transcendental pastimes, which appear to be human, are so misleading. You have no specific object of favor, nor do you have any object of envy. People only imagine that you are partial. This is a very common way of thinking about Sri Krishna. They think that Sri Krishna, he is partial to this one and he is not. He doesn't give me, he gives only that one. See, when you look at all these great people in the world, like, Bill Gates of this world, rich people, an Amazon owner, or for that matter, any other person in this world who is very, very rich, what do you think of yourself? You think that Sri Krishna is giving them everything, not me. Somebody's father and mother dies. Immediately you start blaming God and saying, oh, he killed my father, he killed my mother, he killed my this one and that one. Yesterday only I was on a call with a person. That person was talking about somebody getting, the 4th stage of cancer, a person who is so young. Okay, this young person has 3 children by now. The 3rd child is only 6 or 8 months old. Okay, and 2 more children on the age group of some 2 and 3. Okay, and immediately this lady started telling me, why is God so cruel to this person? You understand what I am saying? Please understand, God is not at all involved in this action. This is what is mentioned over here. You have no specific object of favor, nor do you have any object of envy. People only imagine that you are partial. The imagination of normal human beings is they are partial. See, if her death is destined, it is anyway going to happen. There is nobody in this world who can stop her death. No God from the heavens can come and say, okay, now I am going to stop death. You are not allowed. Did you not see that in the same chapter, in the previous chapter, the 5 children of Draupadi were killed? Were they not? Everybody will say, why didn't Krishna stop? He is there in that war scene. He should have known this and he should have stopped. Let us go back in time. Why Mahabharata war? Don't you see? He could have stopped the war. He could have stopped Draupadi being disrobed. Do you get the point? These are the things, we start blaming God. Why didn't he do this and why didn't he do that? No. That is a part of the whole destiny, the cycle of destiny, which is ruled by karma. And karma is important. Please remember this. What you sow is what you will reap. Suppose you sow something that you are going to reap, not necessarily in this lifetime. And actually it doesn't happen in this lifetime. People start thinking, oh, karma bites. People say, no, that karma is biting this person. Why? Because he has done something bad to somebody and that is why this person is getting the brunt of it. Many a times people say this. Sorry, it doesn't work like that. Who told you that karma is going to bite in that life of yours? It doesn't work. Because see, did you see what this very important line over here says? Sri Krishna, you are the eternal time, the supreme controller. The time is gone. I want you to understand how is the time gone? That time when you did something is different than the time today. There is a lot of collateral karma that happens. People actually don't understand collateral karma. Collateral karma is very simply translated into one, you are a direct person. Directly you are approaching something. Some karma happens with you. Let us say you have borrowed money from some person. Okay? Now, you have not paid that person back for many years. Alright? Now, that person comes to ask you for money. He says, please kindly give me the money. Now, you may say, I don't have the money. I don't have anything to give you just now. And anyway, I have been paying you little. Now it is over. Now, this person wants the money for a certain reason. That reason is maybe he wants to pay for his daughter's marriage or his son's education, or somebody is dead, something has happened, maybe the bank has called him to pay back, something has happened in his life and you refuse to give him at that time. Do you understand that you have done collateral karma at that time? The other people are getting affected. Somebody's marriage may not happen. Do you get this point? Has it ever occurred to you? Suppose you are having a servant, a maid servant or somebody like that, and you don't pay her salary on the, suppose you have said that I will pay the salary on the first to her. Okay? Now she is supposed to get her salary on the first. Now you are not in station, maybe you have gone out of station, maybe you have gone on a holiday, and you come back after 7-8 days. And then you go and say, yeah, take your salary. And that too, she has asked for it. Can you please give me the salary? Now you may say, I paid you in time. But her problem is, when she gets her money on the first every month, she pays that person, the grocer. She pays children's fees. She does a lot of purchases. Now, last so many days, her children have not gone to school because her fees did not get paid. Has it ever occurred to you that it is not just one karma associated with one person? It's a collateral karma. A lot of things go wrong. Nobody understands how this happens. That is why karma can never be explained by a normal human being to anybody. Nobody should dare discuss about karma simply because there are too many permutation, combinations, factors and things like that involved. So Krishna is time. So what happened at that time, can you rectify it 6 months later? Now ask yourself this question. You are paying that person double the amount in 6 months. Can that be rectified, what happened 6 months ago? I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. If you were supposed to give 6 months ago and you are paid 6 months later, sorry, those children have already lost their school. They might not be going to the school, and maybe her grocer has stopped giving her grains. There can be a lot of problems, isn't it, in human beings' life? Maybe her husband wanted to go to the hospital. Maybe that money was supposed to be required then, and she lost her husband. Just because you didn't get paid. Did you see that case yesterday or 2 days ago where one child was born in a hospital? Okay? And that person, her husband, that woman's husband, was supposed to have given 30 rupees, only 30. 30 rupees is how much? In dollar terms, how much it is? It is just, I think, 25 cents or something like that. I don't even know how much it is. But that much amount of money was required for him to go and sleep inside. This is a Bangalore story. But the hospital didn't allow him for 30 rupees. He was lying outside in the cold. And the next morning he was dead. That poor man died of extreme cold. Now tell me, can you rectify the situation? I hope you get the point. Rectification of the situation doesn't happen. And that is the reason why it is important to do things in time. Tomorrow you can kill somebody just because you have not paid. You know what we do? We take money from here and give over there. This is what a person does. If you are given a word, you got to keep your word whichever way you feel like. It has to be kept. You want God to keep his word, is it? What about you? No, today I am going to do this. That is why I have to put these funds in this place. Really? That is not how things work. When you are committed, you are committed. It doesn't make a difference. That is the reason why. Just imagine this person who should have, if he was having those 30 rupees, he would be alive, isn't it? How many people understand this? I mean, you think karma is just like that. Okay, I will go to the temple, I will pray to God, my karma will be over. Nothing like that. Nothing happens. You can go and take a dip in the ocean also. Nothing is going to happen. You can go and dip yourself in the Ganga also. Nobody is going to save you in the karma. The karma cannot be minused out. So it only happens in that particular age of yours when it is right. When the body comes back to you, whichever way. So she says over here, nobody can understand this, how you are favoring or non-favoring. Actually, Krishna doesn't favor anybody. No. People may think, oh, he favored Arjuna. Sorry. Isn't the first person that he asked was Duryodhana? So Duryodhana was asked the question first. What exactly do you want? And then Arjuna was given a chance. So according to the serial order, everything happens in the way it is supposed to happen. Now let us see the next verse. Verse number 30. Of course it is bewildering. O soul of the universe, that you work though you are inactive, that you take birth though you are the vital force and the unborn. You yourself descend among animals, men, sages and aquatics. Verily, this is bewildering. My dear Krishna, next verse. Yashoda took a rope to bind you when you committed an offense, and your perturbed eyes overlooked with tears, which washed the mascara from your eyes, and you were afraid. Kajal, huh? Mascara doesn't mean mascara. Otherwise, you will say, okay, where is this mascara coming from? Kajal. And you are afraid, though fear personified is afraid of you. The sight is bewildering to me. You see, even the mother has no clue who he is. Nobody in the world understands how they behave with Krishna. They think Krishna is some ordinary person sitting in front of them or talking the way he is talking, because he talks like a very ordinary person. He behaves so ordinarily that it is impossible to even pinpoint, oh, this cannot be Krishna. I hope you get the point. So his mother tied him, thinking that she was tying some small child, not realizing that here is the master of the universe, the supreme divine consciousness himself. You can't bind him to anything. The funniest part of it all was when people have asked me this question, Guruji, are you going for the Kumbh Mela? No, I am not going for any Kumbh Mela. Why? Sir, the Kumbh Mela is in me. I am the confluence of everything. What are you thinking about? There is nothing in this world that I have to go for. So this is the way. All the Naga Babas and everybody, you want to interview them, everybody wants to meet them. And we are giving free food, we are giving this and we are giving that. That is not Kumbh Mela. Kumbhaka, a state of non-being, a state where there is nothingness in it. I hope you get the point. A Kumbhaka is a place where there is nothing in it. When you attack Kumbhaka, you are reaching the state of enlightenment. You don't realize it. Nobody realizes it. You are thinking that there is a place somewhere and I have to go to that place to get that water from the river. There are no rivers. You see, the whole point of it all was, one day one person came to Sai Baba and said that, I want to go to Kashi and this place and that place. He says, now that person was old. So Baba says to him, why do you want to go? Don't you know that Kashi and every other holy place is at the foot of your own Guru? And then he bends down to touch the feet of Baba. And suddenly from the first toe, you see, these are the first two, no? Between that toe, he suddenly starts seeing Ganga flowing over there. That is the Triveni Sangam. What are you talking about? That is not how it is. So there is no point of visiting a place just because those people, all those people who are there in that place have not seen God. Can you not understand this? They are seeking God. You look at that person who did his IIT and all that. You know, people get so fascinated by somebody who has done some higher education, has given up the education. Did you not read in the last verse over here that education is the bane of reaching God? The higher the education that you have, the more that you think that you are educated and having knowledge, Sri Krishna is not available to you, sir. You can be an IIT or you can be a Harvard, you can be all these great Shettis of this world also. No, nothing. Nothing will be available to you. Simply because that is not how you reach God. No way. It's only glamour. So, Krishna, you are born amongst animal, men, sages and fishes also. I challenge you to go and pray to a fish. Tomorrow get one fish in the bowl and say, Krishna, I am praying to you. Whoever is in your family will think you have lost your marbles. Isn't it true? There is a beautiful story. We are going to be doing the Matsya avatar of his. He gets a small fish, puts it in that small bowl, and then the next day it grows bigger. Gets a new big bowl, and then gets a bigger bowl, and then gets a big... You understand? It keeps on growing and growing and growing. He doesn't realize that it is Lord himself. Sri Krishna is taking birth as a fish. Now we will wonder, how can God take birth as a fish, as a donkey, as a monkey, as this, as that? So many people. Today morning one very funny thing happened. I was just writing to somebody. I said the simplest way of learning is to go through Mahabharata and Ramayana. After that you are supposed to read the stories of all the sages and the saints and the gods and all that. Like the Srimad Bhagavatam we are doing. And then you are supposed to go and do slightly difficult texts. Okay? And that to just read them like a storybook. Okay? But the first thing that you got to have, the number one thing that you got to have, the first time when you do something, the first thing that you got to have is called the Bhagavad Gita. So you get the Bhagavad Gita in your hand. It is the holiest of the holy book in the world. Just like a Bible is for Christians and Quran is for the Muslims. Isn't it an important book for them? Like that we have the Bhagavad Gita. You keep the Bhagavad Gita with you constantly 24/7. Okay, just leave it with you. Maybe you will understand something, maybe you are not going to understand anything in it. Maybe you don't understand anything, but no. Does anybody understand the Bible at the first go? Nobody. Somebody has to explain them. Similarly, when your time is right, somebody will explain the Bhagavad Gita to you. God himself will come and explain it to you in whichever form. Does not matter. It can be your guru also. Doesn't matter. This person starts telling me that there are so many forms, you don't know anything about it. There is Shiva who came in the form of Hanumanji and then this happened and Ganesha took this form and that fellow took that form. I told him, thank you very much for enlightening me so much. Next time I meet my Guruji, I will ask him all these beautiful stories that you are telling me. The answer is like this. If you don't know about Kumbh Mela, first ask around. Ask around. If you don't know about Kanchi Kamakshi, first ask around. You got what I am saying? Go ask someone, what exactly is it? Why do I need to go there? What is Rameshwaram? Why do I need to go to Rameshwaram? What is so special in that place? See, without knowledge, one person should not go. I mean, you are going to the Statue of Liberty. Why are you going to the Statue of Liberty? Do you even have any idea? What, you are going to go and eat some bel puri over there, pani puri over there? No. There is a reason for it. You go to those fallen soldiers memorial. What are you going to do? Eat an ice cream and go over there? No. Why are you going there? To pay respect. Correct? You have to be respectful. If you are going to this Kashi and wherever that you are going, why are you going there? Have you even thought about it? Oh, because all the donkeys are going there, so I am also as a monkey going there. No, don't do that. Find out why is it important. What is important? Your Wikipedia is going to tell you, Google is going to tell you. Somebody has said it is 144 years. What is 144 years? What is 12 years? What is Kumbh Mela? Nobody has any clue. In South India also, there is a Kumbh Mela. Do you have any idea about it? Has anybody from South India has any idea that there is a Kumbh Mela in South also? Have you heard of this place called Kumbakonam? Common sense will tell you, Kumbakonam. What is Kumbakonam? A confluence, a place where you have Kumbh Mela. Nasik is there. There are various other places. And funniest part of it all was, I went to West Bengal one day. Okay. And I went to one place. There, first time in my life, I saw the confluence of 3 rivers over there. And people are doing the last rites over there. So there is a confluence of river even in West Bengal. Who told you it is not there? So it is there as well. In Karnataka, there is a place, Talakaveri. Close by, it is some 400 kilometers from. You will not go to Talakaveri, but you will go all the way to some godforsaken place. Sir, the Kumbh is right next to you. Go to it first. First you give. So many years have gone by. Why are you not going there? So all these things do matter. So first you got to know, why should I do this? What is the reason for me? Everybody follows. You know, we are a Pied Piper of Hamelin. One person goes, every person goes. Did I not tell you the joke like that day? You remember? One person was looking like this up and everybody starts looking over there. Why? Because the person is not in a position to bend his head. But because of that, not because he wanted to see up there. So just because one person is following, you follow everything. Don't do that. Ask somebody. So when I told this person today morning, I told him I will go and ask my Guruji about all these avatars that you mentioned. I am going to be very happy talking to my Guruji about it. Let him explain to me, no? So it is like that. So nobody understands the importance of Sri Krishna. People think he is some ordinary person from the roadside. He says, Krishna is always there, but he is always incognito. He is never telling you anything. He takes birth. Though he is the vital force in this universe, he can take whichever form he likes. And it is also bewildering. Nobody understands anything in this. See, nobody understands that his mother bound him. He behaved like a kid. He showed his, innocence over there. What am I to do? My mother is tying me up. Understood? Some say the unborn is born for the glorification of the pious kings. And others say is born to please King Yadu, one of your dearest devotees. You appear in his family as sandalwood appears in the Malaya hills. Others say that since Vasudeva and Devaki prayed for you, you have taken your birth as their son. Undoubtedly you are unborn, yet you take your birth for their welfare and to kill those who are envious of the demigods. So why does he take birth? Anybody knows the secret? Nobody knows the secret. You can keep on speculating as much as you want. Oh, he wanted to please Yadu Vansh, that is why he has taken birth in that. Oh, he was like this, he has given promise to that mother and father, that is why he did that. Oh, he went to Vrindavan because of this reason. Oh, he did this because of that. How can anybody understand the mind of Sri Krishna if he has a mind? His magic nobody can understand, ma. Nobody should ever try to even think that you know Krishna by any angle. Don't even try to think, I know him, I know him, I know him. Nobody can know him. Got it? And that is the reason why we just have to let it be. Just leave it at that. So, others say that Devaki and Vasudeva prayed, that is why he was born. So, why does he take birth? There is no idea, there is no way of answering this. Others say that the world being overburdened by the boat, like a boat at sea, is much aggrieved. And that Brahma, who is your own son, prayed for you. And so you appear to diminish the trouble. Somebody says, oh, Brahmaji has said this, that is why he has taken birth as Sri Krishna. And yet others say that you have appeared to rejuvenate the devotional service of hearing, remembering, worshipping and so on, in order that the conditioned soul suffering from mental pangs might take advantage and gain liberation. Some other people feel, that maybe he has come because people have to know about devotional service to Krishna. To build devotion for him. Oh, he is like a superstar from social media, is it? He has come, hey, look at me, I am doing a video, come on, look at me. You think Krishna is interested in that? So that people will, oh, you please click the follow button, okay? Like and share this thing. He is not interested in any of those things. Why has he come? He himself says, when their world is burdened by adharma, I come to release that. So that dharma can be re-established. That is all I come for. Okay? And devotional service is all that I am seeking. I seek devotion from you. Because if you are my devotee, I will be your devotee. You don't know. I will wash your clothes also. I will go and wash your vessels also. Rajma yesterday started crying about this. Why? Because Sri Krishna says these words in the Eknathi Bhagavat. He says, I am your friend and I come and I assist you like an ordinary person. I will clean your tables. I will wash your dishes. I will do, your legs, I will do all these kind of things for you. You don't understand. If you are my devotee, I do all these things for you. And you really think that I am not that person? You have to understand the greatness of Krishna. He is never going to tell you anything. That is all he is going to say. So what are we supposed to do? So verse 36 says, O Krishna, those who continuously hear, chant and repeat your activities and take pleasure in others doing so, certainly see your lotus feet, which alone can stop the repetition of birth and death. So, the best thing for a person to do is to be a devotee of Krishna. Take his name constantly. Just take his name. Sing songs about him. Maybe you say, no, I don't have a good voice like Harjit Singh. Okay, does not matter. Huh? It does really matter. Does it really matter? Huh? You can sing like anybody. Okay? Like a donkey also, doesn't matter. Like that you will do. Does it really matter? As long as you take my name, doesn't really matter. Sing my glories. Say Krishna is like this. Krishna is like that. Very funnily, There are two people in my in my world who sing like this, and they don't know. I mean, they were actually having no idea that they are singing like this. Okay, one was my mother-in-law. Okay, she was never in sync. Okay, she will sing very nicely. She will sing some words. She will say beautiful words, not some nonsense. She will say, Krishna, you are this, Krishna, you are that, but not in a sing-song manner. Her voice was also not that great. And imagine, 80, 90-year-old, how will that person sing? You got what I am saying, no? She was singing like that. I would sit next to her. I was completely lost in the devotion which she was showing. This is just crazy. She would say, I want to sing this song to you. Can I sing this song? Please do. I knew. It really didn't matter to me. Now the second one is Rajma's mother. So the funniest part of it, this woman can't hear a thing. We are doing prayer. Okay, we are doing prayers. We are having a rhythm in the prayers, correct? So we are saying certain words. Her words are not sinking because she can't hear the words being said by other people. So she just says, like that, like that, like that, like that. And she goes on. Some people may find it very objectionable. They will say, oh, why is she breaking this flow, But you don't understand. That is what I love. I just go for the devotion. That is it. Beyond that, I am not interested in the rest of it. I don't care how you sing or what you do. So what is she saying over here? Those who continuously hear. This is called Shravan. You are listening to me. You are hearing the words, isn't it? The stories of God. First and foremost, there are some idiots in this world. They like to hear their own words. Have you heard of these people or no? They will loudly say, blah, 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 blah. They'll keep on saying these, mantras and all that kind of thing. Have you heard of these people or no? They will loudly sing. They will loudly say those words. Why are they doing it? Because they want other people to listen to it, that they know Sanskrit, they know these verses, they know this very well. That is called ego. Don't say those things. Say it in your mind. But when there are others singing, join in that singing. That is what he said. When you chant the name and repeat the activities of the Lord, when you say this, when you are doing the stories of the Lord, just see. Listen to those stories. The stories are very interesting. How many of you have read the Sai Satcharita? Now every time when you read it, do you know that the story you will wonder, did I read it last time? It looks like as if it is new story. Somebody has added it in the book. You get what I am saying? Every time when you think of it, it is like this time I am doing the Srimad Bhagavatam. Do you know, for me this is very great, like, oh my God, look at this, look at this. It is so wonderful. Every time is new. That's how you have to see. You have to be completely dependent on the mercies. See, oh my Lord, you have executed all duties yourself. Are you leaving us today? Though we are completely dependent on your mercy and no one else to protect us, now where all the kings are having enmity with us, Kunti is saying these words to Krishna. She says, yes, Krishna always completes his duties. He completes his duties means if he has executed everything, everything has to be executed. Think about it like this. Let us say, Krishna is in your life and he says to you, okay, I am going to eat this with you. And you really wonder, is he really going to eat this with me? What do you mean by that? He will make provisions so that he will come and eat that with you. You don't understand? He is not going to run away for that. No, that is how he works. You have executed all duties yourself. He himself does all those duties. You may try to shy away from your own duties, No, I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to do that. But Krishna is not like that. He will always execute his duties. She says to him, so why are you leaving us today? We are completely dependent on your mercy. Sri Krishna's mercy, everybody is dependent on, isn't it? So she says, we are all dependent on your mercy. So protect us from all these kings who has enmity with us. Okay, so we'll do the next verse. As the name and fame of a particular body is finished with the disappearance of the living spirit, similarly, you do not look upon us. All our fame and activities along with the Pandavas and Yadus will end at once. Verse 39, O Gadadhara, Krishna, our kingdom is now being marked by the impressions of your feet, and therefore it appears beautiful. But when you leave, it will no longer be so. Kunti is crying and she is saying these words. She says, you see, when a man dies, now anybody in your family, your grandfather or whoever is dead, they are dead and gone, finished, isn't it? Does anybody care a damn about them? For a few days you may say, oh, I had a father, he died. I had a mother, she died. Few days, just few days. After that it will become distant memory. Does anybody remember their name? Nobody remembers. Does anybody remember that my family was the family which was there in Mumbai? Nobody remembers. You see, Mumbai was a group of islands, and those islands were fishing villages. What were they? Fishing villages. And the people, those who were staying over there, were called fishermen. It was Koli. Koli is fisher people. Okay, fishermen. So there were certain pockets where they were doing the fishing. Okay. Like Bandra is one of them. Mahim is one of them. Kolaba is one of them. Juhu is one of them. Then Malad is there. Warsaw is there. These are certain places in Mumbai which were fishing villages. Today also there are some places where there are fishing villages there. Other people came. People who came from all over the other places and they settled in Mumbai. My family came from a village called Tendoli. It's a village in the Konkan. They bought lands over there. Like that, lot other people came. And then came the Parsis. The Parsis who came from Gujarat. See, there is a place very close to Valsad and all that. So there people from Pakistan, see, they were from Persia. So they came all the way to Pakistan with ships. They came to this place in Gujarat. You can even see the first stamba is over there, an erect a monument over there. The Parsis came and they stayed over there. So they are still there. So they came to Mumbai to do all the businesses. Then the Gujaratis came, the Marwadis came. Later on, people from Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, this Pradesh, that Pradesh, everybody came. Now nobody remembers the Koli. Okay? Hardly anybody remembers. Hardly anybody remembers who I am and where do we come from. Nobody cares. There is nothing there left to say. Even the Parsis are now less than 60,000 people in the whole world. They are going away. Their race is finishing off. Didn't you see one Parsi who died recently? Ratan Tata. Okay. So understand this. World changes. People don't remember anybody. So you may think, oh, I had a great mother, I had a great father. Who cares? Nobody cares. You are enjoying your life somewhere else. Father, mother died. Yes, you cried, you went for the funeral and maybe you didn't go also. So this is what happens to a normal human being. Nobody cares. So after a few months, everybody forgets. That's what she's saying. She says, in this world, you are the living spirit. Krishna, you are the living spirit. Now today you are leaving us and going. Our race won't be remembered only. Now I am asking you, will you remember the Kauravas and the Pandavas or no? You will remember them. You will remember even the Yaduvanshis. Why? Krishna's grace is there. Do you get the point or no? The Ishwaku clan is remembered because of Sri Ram. I hope you remember this. The sun rays, the moon rays and all those. Why do the people remember? Because of that. So she says, O Gadadhara, that is Krishna, our kingdom is now marked by the impression of your feet. See, understand one thing. When the Lord comes to your house, it is the most important thing that has happened. His feet are very important. You have to pray to his feet. You understand? There is an importance to it. So Krishna walking in their kingdom by itself is the most important thing. The first time in my life, I went to Vrindavan. This body. The moment I got off from the taxi, I went. So there was this person, he said, Sir, aa gaya. So I got out. Even before I touched my feet over there, I took a mud from there and I touched it and I put it on my head. I said, this is the Pavan Bhumi, where Sri Krishna roamed this land. You have to honor it. So if Sri Krishna comes to your house, don't you think that is a pavitra place? That's a very important place. So she says, the impressions of impression doesn't mean that there is a big impression, okay? Otherwise you will start thinking, oh, he made one dent in the earth. You know, in Sri Lanka there is a place where you will find that Hanumanji's big foot is there. You go and see. Sirigaya or something like that the name is. Okay, big foot is there. Same thing over here. Very close, 100 kilometers from here. People think it is like that. Nothing like that. So, when you make this impression in somebody's house, place, property, when the Lord himself comes, imagine Sai Baba going to a place. Don't you think that place will become Pavan, a Pavitra place? In the same manner, become that place. So you have to understand the importance of the feet of the Lord and the Guru. Wherever he touches, whatever place he goes to, becomes very, very holy. And therefore it appears beautiful. But when you leave, it will no longer be so. That is not the truth. Because Kunti is deliberately saying these words, you have to understand this. So, you have to understand the truth in these words. The feet of the Lord are very, very important. Okay? So, we pray to the feet of the Lord. Okay, so we have come to the end of verse 39. We will stop here and we will continue verse 40 onwards tomorrow.
Recording stopped.